Greetings and welcome back. Welcome in, divine infinite light beings, feminine energy and masculine energy. We are here to do the continuation of the the last upload of the masculines not wanting you to cut the cord. They're actually begging you not to cut the cord on them. Ashe. And look what I found. I found this um feather, unique feather, in the corner in my home. Ashe, black and orange. So I'm gonna look that up and see what that means. But okay, and we are going to be burning some sandalwood and musk. It smells so good. Smell it. Smell it. Where you at? Smell it. It smells so good. You can smell it even if it's not burnt. So that is going to bring in some positive energy. And you see the candle is still burning very beautifully. And what we lit this candle yesterday, so this application is going up real quick, like, right? It went to the ethers fast, right? The ancestors granted it quick. I say they didn't take no time. Where's my lighter? So yes, we give thanks to our super spiritual natural love war team in this present moment. Ashe, earth, air, fire, water, ether, drive away all harm, fear, and negative energy. Only good may enter and dwell here in my scarred and sacred space as I be the divine vessel to bring the messages on today. Ashe, Ashe. We are listening to whoever attacks you will suffer. Ashe, that's what we are listening to. Whoever attacks you will suffer, without a doubt. Ashe, so we are going to go back into this energy where we left off from. Where we left off from is them wanting to release, um, them releasing the acceptance that them releasing the energy of no longer wanting to surrender. Ashe, now they want to surrender. Ashe, um, but they want to go slow with this. They're trying to have a leap of faith, releasing, going slow, trying to have a leap of faith to bring balance to this relationship because they feel deep within their heart that this is true love. They know that they have not been committed to this relationship as they should, right? With them taking it slow, they have been taking it a little too slow, and so that's why they're releasing the need to, surrender and just let go of control. That's why they were taking it so slow, because they were trying to control the situation, the narrative, however the dynamic was, Ashe, and they had to realize they had to take a leap of faith on this to bring balance because they're not in control, Ashe. So that was that narcissistic tendency that controlled them, Ashe. But the true love overrode the narcissistic tendency, is what Spirit is saying, by them using their intuition, Ashe, by them tapping into their true love, they were able to recognize what their intuition was truly telling them, because they were having mixed signals. As much as they would give you mixed signals and throw you off and try to make you jealous and try to make you chase after them and try to make you believe that they don't really love you, they don't really have these deep um emotions for you, trying to not show you emotions, they had to go within themselves and see that that shit was bringing imbalance to the relationship and was hindering the abundance that the relationship could bring forth. Ashe. And this is because they were not in their mastery. The mastery is upside down, so they were not fully being the master of their minds. And remember, we got a message on yesterday earlier saying that they are ready to master their minds. If you seen that message, it was a short, I say, but these energies, and Spirit is saying with this crush card, you got so many people crushing on you, you don't even know that they're crushing on you, because for one, some of them is coming to you in false identity. So that is, you know, how they come to you in different avatars, um, commenting and saying things on your post and shit as strangers, but it's really people crushing on you, and it's some people that you know that is crushing on you, and it's some people that you don't know is crushing on you. Ashe. Um, yeah, so be mindful of that, Ashe, because you are highly sought after in secrecy. Ashe, these people are so intimidated that it's only in secrecy. Ashe. And then these people are afraid of how other people will perceive them for even wanting to be in connection with you, because you are um, deemed, labeled to be not of the ordinary, different, a witch, you know, whatever label they have given you. Um, you are the one that was brave enough to step out of Pandora's box, right? So you got a lot of people crushing on you, but this main one person, what, I forgot, what are we here for? I forgot what this message was about. Damn, I should have looked at the video. I know it's a continuation. What? Um, fuck. I don't know. I can't remember what. Oh, here, let me go back. Oh, okay. The lifeline. Okay, damn. I'm glad that shit was wrote down. Um, you are their lifeline, right? And with them being disconnected from you, they have realized this. This is why they are willing to release the control. This is why they're willing to go at a pace that's good enough for the both of y'all, with them taking this leap of faith, right, to bring this balance, right? Because they have truly understood that your love is like no other love. They have been fighting the energy of love, but they cannot fight and resist the energy of love coming from you no longer, because the energy of love coming from you is quite the different from the false energy of love that they have been receiving. Ashe, they have not really been receiving love, is what the issue is. And so now that they run up against you and try to, have that barrier, that wall, now that wall is crumbling down because they can't fight the feeling. Ashe. So yeah, they just can't. They just can't fight the feeling of their true emotions. It is what it is, Ashe. And they're starting to realize that no matter what family say, no matter what friends say, no matter what their double mind is saying, because they've been in that Eight of Swords for quite some time, right? Holding themselves content for not damn, damn, for not taking the value, taking you, not, damn, not, damn, what am I saying? Sheesh. For not for not loving you in the depths that they should have, for not um acknowledging you when you were in the presence of them. Ashe, for being this jackass that they they have shown you, they shown you that um, with all this outside energy, it's caused them to be a jackass. Their double mind caused them to be a jackass. Their fear caused them to be a jackass. They're not wanting to release control, and them not wanting to let go of codependencies, and just grow up, caused them to be a jackass, caused them to feel like a clown. Not wanting to step out of that dark energy and into that light. You see how this energy, whether they're feminine energy or masculine energy, they're in the dark and in the light, and this is confusing them. Ashe, they're confused by this. Ashe, that's why they're pointing to their head, Ashe, because it's a confusion. They don't know if they should be in the light or in the dark, and they know with you, and you showing them the way to the light, it feels good. It feels like love. It feels like um, bliss. It feels like this is where they're supposed to be, but they've always known the darkness, Ashe, and this is what's keeping them caught in between worlds with a broken heart, caught in between worlds with a broken heart. So that is you know, and because they're feeling like a jackass, this is why they want to release that energy. They want to release that energy of them looking like a jackass to you, Ashe. Them looking like the cowardly dog to you, Ashe. What else, Spirit? Um, And because they move so slow, is what Spirit is saying, because they were so afraid to be hurt, what Spirit is saying, they move too slow. They cause their own heart to burst into flames once again. Like, and when I was smoking the other day, and a little like the cherry fell on me. There go cherry again. We got cherry in the other message. The cherry fell on me, and it burned me, and I was like, ow. And I just thought of the karmic energy, like whatever they cause themselves to be in, it burned them. And here it is here. They're like, ow, because their heart is on fire once again, Ashe. And this because they moved too slow, Ashe, with whatever they needed to do. If they needed to make the situation right, if they needed to apologize, if they needed to bring your name up out of the dirt, however the situation pans out for you, they moved too slow. If they needed to put more time and effort into the energy, Ashe, if they needed to just tell you that they truly love you, they moved too slow, right? But because they want to take this leap of faith, they are mirroring you now, right? Because you have the leap of faith. You have not let go of the faith because you know that this is your divine counterpart, Ashe. And with you having that leap of faith, they're mirroring you. You're pouring into yourself with self love. So now they feel like they need to pour into themselves with self love. And the only reason why they're taking the leap of faith is because they're pouring into themselves. They're starting to not listen to the outside world. Ashe is what Spirit is saying. And the outside world is, family members, friends, lovers that no longer serve their good. Ashe, neighbors, co-workers, Ashe, strangers, because you can listen to strangers. You can listen to strangers podcasts. It's a lot of those, right? Just like here, getting information, strangers, but sometimes strangers don't give you the right information, and some people run with that information. So Spirit is saying you really have to have discernment on what you intake. Ashe, what you process. Ashe, what you accept. Ashe, you really have to have strong discernment. And these energies, these masculine energies right now, and if you're in the same union and you're picking up on this as a female, Ashe, these energies, Ashe, or if you are in the same union and the same two masculines and you're picking up on this energy, these energies, damn, I hate when I do that. Damn, I hate when I do that. Okay, yeah, okay. So these energies want to balance out some finances. It's a lot of bad credit. It's some of them could even be unemployed. Some of them are working multiple jobs to bring balance to the shit, because remember, a couple of messages ago we got that they don't feel good enough for you. They don't feel equipped enough for you. They don't feel like they can shower you with the gifts and everything that you desire, because you're a different person. You're the type of person where you will go out and you will self-love on yourself. You don't need anyone to self-love on you. You know how to do that for yourself, and they watch you do that, and that intimidates them because they are not fully equipped where they want to be in their finances. So that is a big intimidation as well, because they watch you go out and treat yourself as fine wine as you should be treated without asking anyone to treat you, right? So that's a big intimidation, right? But they want to get their shit together so they can be able to shower you with the abundance that you so deserve. This is what um they have been coming to the recollection of, right? Because this is true love, and they know that you should be showered with the love that you deserve, being a queen of pentacles, Ashe. And they know that you could do this on your own, Ashe. But they want to feel like they are doing what they should be doing as a masculine for you, right? Yeah, it's all good that you could do it on your own, but they know that that is their job to do, Ashe. Even though you are equipped to do it on your own, they want to be equipped to do it for you, Ashe. um GPS. So they're keeping an eye out on their true love, and that is you. Whether this is in the neighborhood, they go to the same grocery stores as you, you go to the same gym as you, Ashe. If you're picking up the kids and y'all got kids together, if it's they turn to pick up the kids, um, wait, if it's your turn to pick up the kids and it's not their turn to pick up the kids, they still watching you pick up the kids. Ashe, they watching you. If it's on social media, they watching you. If you got a platform, they watching you. They want to make sure their true love is still their true love. Ashe, I'm starting to get hot. And remember, Spirit said they was not listening to their intuition. That is why they rejected you, because they were not following the true signs of their intuition. Confirmation. They were not following the true signs. They were just picking up on all the lower vibrational energy that they was picking up from their intuition, and that was their demons keeping them in their lower self, and those outsiders, the others, keeping them in their lower self, making them to believe that they were not good enough for you, you were not good enough for them, and the shit just was not going to work. Ashe. And this is why they fucking rejected you, because they listened to their lower self intuition. They didn't listen to their higher self intuition. You already know the answer you seek. And see, because they already knew the answer they seek, and they chose to listen to their lower intuition, they chose to reject you. They chose to reject you. And you chose to mirror them. Remember, y'all mirroring each other, because y'all are divine counterparts that are supposed to be together. Ashe? Whew, it's hot. Excuse me in my OCD, y'all. I just gotta have it right. I showed y'all the pictures. So if y'all can't see, that's the jackass over here. That y'all can't see, that's the jackass. That's the heartbreak. That's the self-love. That's the balance. And what is the balance landing on? Okay, the balance is landing on you protecting them. Remember, we got in the part yesterday, they didn't want you to protect them. So whoever don't want you protecting them, because remember, you got people doing spells. They got people on their side doing spells. You got people on your side doing spells. So whoever don't want them protected on their side is also keeping them in this bad energy of bad credit. Ashe, keeping their pockets on low. Ashe, keeping their gas tank on low. Confirmation is what I just heard. Keeping their gas tank on low. Ashe, um, draining from their abundance. Ashe. And now that they're receiving karma for not going forth with you, their abundance is even more being drained. You have done the work. Abundance flows to you now. See, this is you. This is you receiving your abundance, Ashe, because you have done the work. Divine feminine energy, divine masculine energy, whether you are a male or a female. See, this person is feeling like not only a jackass, but feeling like shit because they landed back into the cesspool of shit. Remember that cesspool that these karmic energies keep themselves in? They have landed back into that self pool of shit because they did not want to release and surrender to you. They did not want to accept and let go of control. And they did not want to release all that negative energy that the outsiders was giving them too. Now they feeling trapped. They feeling trapped in this heartache. They feeling trapped in this pain because remember when they rejected you, you turned around and rejected them. So now they're trapped in their own rejection. And all they can do is look up at the sky. Remember, Spirit said in the last message, about, I think a couple of days ago, that they named a star after you. They look in the sky and they watch your star. So all they can do is look up and see the star that they named for you, Ashe. But they're feeling trapped because they can't get to you. Because they move too slow, right? Can't find, and they know they can't find anyone else. Yeah, the soothe their soul. These people that they're trapped with are not soothing confirmation. These people that they're trapped with are not soothing their soul. These people that, this negative energy, these people that's doing these spells, Ashe, is not soothing their souls. Ashe, and then they are not protecting themselves. They need to start protecting themselves. These masculines, they say they believe, right? They say they believe. But deep back in the back, in the back, in the back, in the back, they really don't have that trust to believe in that divine higher power. And they're not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you this. But you could feel this, that they don't have the trust. Because if they did, they would have been took the leap of faith. Ashe. So they're not protecting themselves, and then by them walking away from you, it's making the protection very thin. Yeah, you're still protecting what you feel like is home, but since they're not fully invested in you, that protection is not as strong as it used to be. So this is what's making them feel trapped as well too. Ashe, thank you, Spirit, for the divine, true and raw and accurate messages. Ashe, we're gonna get oh, wait, this goes here. So they're feeling like shit because they know their abundance is fucked off and their abundance is you, right? And then they're feeling trapped, feeling like this jackass, right? And then fed up. They fed up with tired. They're tired of having a heartache. They're tired of all these outside people. Didn't Spirit say these outside people was bringing them bad credit and bills and this and that and handout and wanting them to do this and that, and they ain't even got no gas in their car and all kind of shit like that, right? Yeah, ain't got no lunch money in their pocket. I heard confirmation. But yeah, but these people have also given them heartbreak too. These outsiders that's trying to keep them from you is got all of this shit. And this divine masculine, this emperor, because remember the other day we got that there is an emperor, and you've seen this in this emperor, right? This emperor got so much piled up on this masculine that they are so fucking fed up. They feel buried beneath all this bullshit of house payments, of car payments, of bills. They want to chill. They want to, here it is, the cross. They don't believe. It's just a lot of, they checking their box and they keep checking it twice, and look, checking the box here, checking the box here. I didn't even see that. They got so many boxes that they want checked off. This is the goals that they want in their life, but all the stress and all the burden, all the trauma and all the pain and all the, they need to take care of themselves. And this take care is right by their heart. So somebody is having, you know, that anxiety, those panic attacks, and you know, that high blood pressure, those sweaty palms and shit, clammy palms and shit, because they fed up. And they fed up because they tired of their heart being broke. And without you, they back into that heart, you know, that purgatory shit, right? Heart on fire, man on fire, getting man on fire, because they didn't want no strings attached. Because they didn't want no strings attached, and because they seen how much self-love that you poured into yourself, it was scaring them to even be able to have strings attached, is what Spirit is saying. Remember, Spirit said they wanted to be the ones to shower you and give you gifts and give you that, and you must have been the one that was doing that for them, Ashe. And this was making them feel intimidated to where they didn't want any strings attached, because they seen how much you loved yourself, Ashe. And when people see how much you love yourself, that intimidates them, because they're so used to people not loving on themselves, not caring for themselves. They'll see a person pouring everything into them, but pouring nothing into themselves. This is how this is the people that they have dwelled around, right? Let me get it right. The people that they have dwelled around outside of you would always pour into them, right? But never pour into themselves. The way you pour into yourself. Like, they see the self-love in you. Yeah, they might have seen a mask on someone else trying to say that they love themselves as much as they see you love you, but they never seen the action of it, and they see that in you, and this is what caused them to be weary, to feel like they wasn't good enough to give you a string to attach to them. Ashe, it is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be, and it's gonna ride out how the fuck it's gonna ride out. They didn't feel like they string was strong enough to even hold you up. Come on now, speak, Spirit. They didn't feel like they string was strong enough to even hold you. You know how you in those movies where they throw the line down, and they supposed to hold you up while you going up the mountain, or the side of the building, whatever the obstacles, right? They didn't feel like they had the strength to hold you up through obstacles if you was to need them. So that's why they didn't want to have no strings attached. Yeah. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Divine Ancestors, Super Spiritual Natural Love War Team, Fairies, Elves, Totem Animals, Celestial entities. I am grateful. Light Angels, Dark Angels. Love message. So whoever this is in this bad credit, not feeling like they good enough, not feeling like they have enough money in their pocket for you. Money can't buy love. Money can't buy love, but not feeling like they don't have enough money in their pocket for you, they want to send you a love message. Whoever is ready to let go of control, whoever went too slow, whoever you are protecting because you feel like they home, this is a man and a woman. So you didn't mind. You didn't mind fitting the bill. Like, you got me, I got you. That's the type of energy that you gave them. Ashe, but they're so used to the type of energy would just give me your give me. They had this is the masculine energy giving over their money. They had a feminine energy that was just taking their money, and they also thought that in you, Ashe, they also thought one of the reasons that they held back, they thought that they were going to find that in you as well. Like, later on down the line, this is what you really wanted all in the long run. You're no gold digger. You're an earth angel. You're not a gold digger. You come to bring abundance, or you come to help people, show people how to maintain abundance, get into abundance, but you are not one to take abundance from someone else. Ashe, you're not a thief. Ashe, losing sleep behind you. That's why they're keeping up with you, right? So if they working at night, they staying up in the daytime watching you. If they working in the daytime, they staying up in the nighttime watching you. They losing sleep. They worried, replaying shit over and over again as to why they couldn't understand in the beginning that you were truly their love. They don't understand why they couldn't comprehend that. Ashe, and they're losing sleep, replaying everything that recollected to them as to, oh, I should have known with this, how she did that, how she talked to me this way, how she greeted me that way. I should have known that this was my true love, or how he or how she, because same sex union she's, same sex union he's. Take the messages as they resonate for you. Always present, always past, present, and future, but you heard spirit said present. Ashe. So this person is going over and over in their head as to how they didn't catch the signs and the signals as to you truly being their divine counterpart. Ashe, now they beating themselves up, feeling like a jackass, feeling trapped, in this heartbreak, fed up with the fucking low vibrational entities that they do dwell around. Massive regret, beating their head up over this shit because they know fucking well that they should never have regret, never had they regret, and that's how they feel. They regret, they regret rejecting you. They have a massive regret to putting a halt on this relationship, on this love, on this peace, on this vibrant energy. They have a massive regret. Somebody could have a gray salt and pepper beard, Ashe, bald head, tattoos down their arm, Ashe, I heard working on their muscles, Ashe, yeah, but massive regret. And I'm seeing these, both of them have on a white shirt, so they know they should have stepped into that light. They know they should have stepped into that light. Somebody could like to show off their muscles, with those muscle shirts. I say somebody could just stay in the gym trying to get muscleified for you. I say, or this could be you in the gym, getting your shit together. But remember, Spirit said they was bumping heads because they feeling like shit. The Doctor and the Jekyll and the Doctor Jekyll and Mister Hyde was coming out. They going back and forth on bumping heads with themselves on how they fucked off everything. How they fucked off everything, right? And we got this. Somebody could want a pregnancy with you, right? We keep getting this shit. Somebody had a false pregnancy. Somebody need a DNA, right? But somebody wants you pregnant, or somebody is pregnant. We keep getting that shit. That shit keeps coming out potent, damn near every reading, every not reading message. I'm so used to hearing them say readings because they say it. They say I'm reading these cards. I'm just giving the message. The universe. See, at first they wasn't listening to the universe. Now they're listening to the universe, and the universe has a lot to say, and the universe is giving them a lot of signs and synchronicities on how they fucked up. The universe is guiding you to the special person. Allow everything to take its natural course, right? And see, at first they weren't allowing because they were trying to be in control, with that narcissistic energy, that gaslight, manipulate, ass energy. They wanted to be control. They wanted to have control of everything. Like, if, say, this is your baby mama, baby daddy, right? They wanted control of how you raise the kids, or how y'all dress the kids, or what school the kids was gonna go to, what friends the kids was gonna have, or or if this was um somebody that just wanted to dictate on, where y'all went, how much time y'all spent, when they was gonna give you a kiss, or when they was gonna give you a hug, or they was just dictating too much. They was trying to control too much. Ashe, giving, being stingy with their time. Ashe, they wasn't allowing the universe. They wasn't allowing themselves to go with the flow of the universe. This is why the universe is coming out first, because they're surrendering now to the universe, so the universe can guide them back to you. Ashe, see, they feeling lonely in a big world. They're feeling lonely in a big world without you. Ashe, feeling like this jackass, right? Because of all these temptations that got caught in the way. Ashe. Spirits that pull that out. Ashe, they want to have a moment of rejoice. See, it's two people here. It's one person here. They want to have a moment of rejoice with you in this love. Somebody could have wrote your name in the sky, with the writing, or somebody could want to write I'm getting somebody who wants to propose and say your name in the sky for everybody to see it. Ashe, that would be beautiful. Ashe. That's why they're working on their coins. That's why they want some coins, because they want to do extravagant shit like that for you, because they know that's what you deserve. You deserve extravagant shit. They see how you be extravagant towards yourself. They want to do extravagant shit too. But these temptations was keeping them from doing that. Ashe, I'm going to pull this out. Spirit said they want to, they attracted to you just as well as other people are attracted to you. Ashe, it says think carefully about the situation. And when they were being tempted, they were in their lower intuition, their lower self. Their lower self was giving them the guidance, and they were listening to that shit, and they was following that temptation, and it just dripped all over them. They got sticky and got stuck. They got sticky and got stuck. Ashe. Now they want to take a leap of faith back to this joy that you give them. Embrace the loving connection and rejoice. And now they're ready to embrace. Ashe. My apologies, I couldn't get this out on High Frequency Love Friday, but I ran out of space and my internet was running like shit. Ashe. Ashe. So they feel like you don't have no space for them in your life. They feel like for some reason you got too much going on in your life and there's no space. Right? But that's them projecting, because they got a lot of shit going on in their life, and they feel like they don't have no room for you, because they feel like, all this baggage that they got. They feel like you not willing, you don't wanna, but you've been there from the beginning. Ashe. Some of y'all have been there. Watch these people from childhood grow up, and you still in love with these people. Ashe. What else, Spirit? Thank you, Spirit. Perspective. Yeah, they taking a different perspective, and they want to rekindle, because they losing sleep behind y'all not being together. A different perspective. Be ready to receive what fate has planned for you. And this is the balance that they want to bring. This is why they want to send you a love message, because you got them blocked. You got this brick wall up. This brick wall is like in between y'all. Like this reminds me of Brewster's Place, right? Remember in Brewster's Place, the women went through so much with fucking men. I just had to take a moment of silence for the strength of women. Because women go through so fucking much with men. And at the end of Brewster's Place, them women overcoming all the obstacles, letting that pain out, releasing that shit when they tore down that fucking brick ass wall that was keeping them from freedom. See, these masculines made you put your brick wall back up that you had already tore down just for them. Mm, mm, mm. And now they looking at that perspective. They didn't build that wall back up in Brewster's place. A wall that they didn't even um expect to be built, or didn't even consider that was going to be rebuilt. Ashe, because all the time, all the control, all the narcissistic energy. Ashe. So you know, and you know, these women in Brewster's place, y'all could have went through some of these this energy with these masculines. Ashe, because it was women being left with children. Ashe, it was, what else? It was a lot of different shit in Brewster's place, but it was based on women going through heartaches with men. Ashe. So, we had same sex union in there too. So remember that. In Brewster's place, there was same sex union. Remember the two women that was going through hard times because of the he say she say shit about them being together. So somebody is going through that too. Family members and shit. You know, trying to make you feel less than, or trying to make them feel less than because they wanted to be with you. Divine feminine energy or divine masculine energy, because y'all in the same union, love. Ashe. So yeah, the outsiders was fucking with them, and then two, their own double mind was fucking with them. Ashe. Ooh, this should be powerful. Okay, two more divine spirit. Oh, clarity. They got the clarity, and this is why they're in massive regret. Ashe. What is this? Rekindle, losing sleep. Every relationship has magical moments that can be rekindled, and see, they don't want to rekindle nothing with nobody but you, because you are the one that gave them the magical moments. They ain't never received no magical moments from nobody else. This is why they losing sleep over you, because they don't want you to take your magical moments and give them to somebody else, right? Um, and they get this clarity. The light bulb has came on. Take time to think about your situation to gain clarity. And this is what they've been doing since the door has been closed, since the brick wall has been built back up, right? Remember, didn't, what? I'm seeing somebody building a brick wall, but I can't picture who was building this brick wall, but I just see layers of the bricks and the plaster, the bricks and the plaster. So somebody could make a house. Somebody could be a contractor. You could know a contractor. What is that? That's a contractor, right? Uh, uh, mm, it, yeah, that's a contractor, right? Somebody could have some new contracts that they need to sign before Mercury retrograde, or somebody could just have signed some contracts. Somebody could want to get into a new contract. Spirit is saying make sure you are having great discernment if that comes, right? For cross watchers and divine infinite light beings. Ashe. One more card for bumping of the heads. See, somebody don't want this to happen. And that is these outsiders. You see how this shit came out in the reverse? Or, okay, I'm picking it up two ways. They're bumping heads with somebody that they don't want to be in a relationship anymore, right? They're bumping heads with somebody that they don't want to be in a relationship anymore. They don't love them. They don't want to be there with them. They don't want to see them. They don't want to talk to them. They don't want to. They fed up. Remember, they fed up. Whoever this is gave them, put them in a lot of bad credit, took from them, right? They could be unemployed, right? But whoever this is, they don't want to be in this relationship, and these outsiders don't want them in a relationship with you. And whoever this is that they in a relationship with is making them feel like shit. They're making them purposely feel like shit. They're like condescending. They're narcissistic. They're gaslighting. They're cruel and evil is what I heard. Cruel and evil is what I heard. I heard this relationship has always been upside down, right? Past life. So y'all been going through this from past life to past life to past life, right? Um, what is this? Power. It says you instantly know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no and to walk away at all times. And this is what this motherfucker is doing. Releasing and surrendering and walking away from what no longer serves them. Ashe, they trying to stand in their power from the snakes that's trying to keep y'all apart. You see this shit? The snakes is trying to keep y'all apart. Trying to come between y'all. You see how the snake trying to come between y'all? But it didn't fully make it between y'all because you are protected by the divine infinite light being. The divine infinite creator, because you are divine infinite light being. You see all this light? You see all this light because you are protected. Ashe. And I'm getting the energy of Medusa. Like, you really love this person. Actually, I think Medusa, the real story of Medusa, was in love with somebody and it didn't work out. I'm not gonna even elaborate because I can't remember the story is what I read for the real Medusa, but yeah, because you know it's always a true story to what the version of that they give us, right? So but Medusa was very powerful. She was a very powerful goddess. So, and that is you, Ashe. Um, this is two. It says, beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are the qualities you both possess equally. So equally so. The qualities ugh, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. And see, didn't Spirit say something about this person was projecting onto you because they don't like what is in them because they're a lower vibration of you, right? But they didn't Spirit say they are you? Y'all possess the same qualities. Y'all are the same person. Look at that. Y'all are the same person and y'all are desiring the same things in this present moment. Ashe, but that temptation was standing between y'all. The temptation is what was standing between y'all, and the temptation is what got the heart hurt again. Right? It's important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone instead of placing your focus on another. Now is the time to give. Now is the time to give to yourself, and this is landing right on top of self-love. And this is what the fuck y'all both doing right now. Y'all giving self-love to each other because y'all both feeling the hurt. Y'all mirroring each other. So by you pouring into yourself, they're pouring into themselves. Y'all focusing on y'all self. That is what's going to bring y'all back together into the rejoicing energy. Ashe? So continue to do what you're doing, right? Because this motherfucker already noticed that they want strings attached. At first, they didn't want no strings attached. Now they need them strings to be attached. Is what they want. Ashe, I'm getting hot. It says, give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart desires, right? So we're going to put that on different perspective, because this is what this person, these masculines, needed to understand and overstand, Ashe, that their heart deserved to be loved. And this is what you were trying to tell them in several love messages that you gave them. No matter how bad they fucking credit was, you had a different perspective on their life, and you knew the potential, you knew the journey, you knew their purpose. You had a different perspective from what everybody else seen in this person, right? And you gave thanks for the blessings of the love that you seen that could be flourished in abundance within the two of y'all. And this person had to fucking find that out on their own. Ashe, I'm getting really hot. Sheesh. They had to find out their true desire. What they wanted was truly love. Look, now they manifesting miracles. Ooh, and they manifesting forgiveness. Right? This manifesting miracles right landing right on top of rekindle. This manifested forgiveness is clarity that they know that they owe you a fucking apology. They know they owe you an apology. Let's get one more spirit. Divine ancestors, guardian angels, our super spiritual natural love war team. Show us what we need to see, tell us what we need to hear, and we give great gratitude. Ashe, a message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with the light. I love you. Oh, they want the sexual union back. Ashe, didn't we see that? Didn't we say that? It says honor the place in one another where you are one essential soul. Didn't Spirit say right here? Right here. Spirit said can't find anyone else to feed their soul. Here it is here. Y'all feed each other's soul through this sexual union, this kundalini union, this union that brings abundance. Remember the sexual chemistry, the sexual healing brings in abundance. Ashe, it says stop focusing on your energy on the past events, for the life is too precious to waste. For life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. And see, you being the divine infinite light being, the divine goddess, the divine energy that has the wisdom, you were trying to instill this with the love messages that you were giving to these divine masculines. And these divine masculines had that brick wall up. They didn't want to release and surrender to these messages, synchronicities, signs, and this is landing right on top of intuition. Come on now. Come on now. That's landing right on top of intuition. We remember Spirit said they were not following their intuition and they were getting the signs and the synchronicities. They having dreams. They were seeing you in their dreams of family, of y'all being one happy family, y'all having babies together, if y'all don't have children together, you just having a happy life, right? They were dreaming, they imagined the future with you, Ashe. And this is why they want your forgiveness, because they know that they can't have this with anyone else. They know all that they imagined and all that they dreamed of is in you. They know this. And they know they hurt you. Look at this. They know they hurt you. They know they hurt you. Right? Confirmation. Did y'all hear me scratch? A message, okay? And they know they love you. Even though motherfuckers don't want to see this, Spirit said one day they gonna see this. Because this person, this masculine, this same sex union in feminine energy, or this same sex union in masculine energy, they truly love you. Ashe, it is what it is. Gonna be what it's gonna be. It's gonna ride out. How the fuck it's gonna ride out? This is landing right on top of they bumping heads with the motherfucker that they don't want to be with. They don't have to be married to him. It could just be a common law situation. It could just be long-time boyfriend girlfriend situation. It just could be a wife and a husband situation. It could be a baby mama, a baby daddy situation. But whoever the fuck this is, they don't want no parts of them. Ashe, they just really don't. They just really don't. They just really, really don't. Ashe, and this shit is making them restless. It's making them unfocused, aggressive, because their heart is hurting once again. Remember, you had their heart out of purgatory. They was at peace. They was happy. They was joy. They was loving. They was this. They was that. They was feeling emotions. Right now, they ain't feeling nothing but emotions. That's all they feeling is emotions. A month ago, a week ago, 2 years ago, they was feeling motion with you. Now they feeling emotion, right? Very impulsive. They feel like this shit don't have no direction. Once again, Ashe. Clarify this power, divine, infinite light beings. Um, our super spiritual natural love war team. Clarify power. Why is power here? What is power here for? Because they need to stand in their power, and they willing to stand in their power right now. Let's see. Confirmation. Let's see. Is anything gonna come out of here? We know the Queen of Pentacles did. Let's see. Yeah, impulsive, ruthless. So this is what they're feeling because they was not standing in their power, right? So now they're having high expectations for themselves. They're having high expectations for themselves, um, because they know that they need to raise the bar when it comes to you. They're putting on they feel like the universe. They feeling the heat from your ancestors, their ancestors, the Most High. They're feeling the heat that they need to raise their expectations, higher their expectations when it comes to you and this relationship. Spirit is putting the heat on their ass with their heart on fire again. Spirit is put with the me getting burnt again and feeling they pain. Spirit, the divine creator of all there is putting heat on them because they was ruthless and impulsive when they rejected you. So now Spirit has high expectations for them to get this shit right with this King of Wands in reverse. And they feeling like it's unachievable expectations, but not really, because the Knight of Pentacles is here, right? So they know that they want to come, and this is landing right on top of their heartbreak. They know that they want to come in. This is a hard working emperor. Remember, Spirit said they could be having several jobs, Ashe? Whether they're feminine energy or masculine energy, they could be having several jobs, very productive. Remember, Spirit said they had a lot on their plate, a lot on their back, right? They live by routine. Got that motherfucking monitoring spirit. Once again, don't play with this bitch. Don't play with this bitch. And they know that they can't play with you, divine, infinite goddesses. They know that you will bring some shit to an end. You see how I just ended that motherfucking Bug's life? Bug's life. A Bug's life. A Bug's life. They could like Disney movies. You can know somebody that likes Disney movies. What was A Bug's Life about? I don't know, because I don't like Disney movies, because I can see the message in the supposed to be um the entertainment of it all, right? So this person was entertaining several different people, but you could see the message in it. Like, they didn't want to be entertaining all these people. They're tired of entertaining all these people, and I don't even know what A Bug Life is about. But yeah, that's what just came out. Restless again. Okay, ruthless. Okay, restless. But we got, did we see this already? Because unfocused? I thought I said that already. Didn't I say that? Somewhere in here. I don't know. Somewhere in here. Yeah, somewhere in there. But this person, This person knows that you're burnt out, right? And this person knows that you're unpredictable. So that's why they're ready to take this leap of faith. They know you're unpredictable, and you ain't you see how I just ended that life real quick. They know you're unpredictable, so they gotta want to they trying to take this leap of faith to get back to you, because they don't want you to just say, okay, fuck it. Remember, this is what it is about. They don't want you to pull the plug. And they can't predict if you're going to pull the plug or not. Right now, you're unpredictable. And they know that they burnt you out, right? They know that they made you restless when it came to this relationship, because they disregarded the consequences that the temptation put them in. Ashe, or they put themselves in. Ashe, now they're making plans. They want to progress this shit. Ashe. They want to bring progress to this relationship. Passionate project. You are their passionate project, and they are losing sleep behind it. They are losing sleep behind manifesting you on a constant, Ashe, so you could feel their energy very well. Their energy is sitting on you. Ashe, sitting on you. Sitting on you very well. And their energy is scattered. Very frustrated. Because they don't have you in their life, right? But they know they got a lot of limited beliefs, right? And they know they got to detach from this shit, right? Restoring control is what they're doing right now in their lives, right? And they just have a lot of resentment when it comes to this clarity. They're resenting themselves because now they're receiving the clarity that they should have received when y'all were together, Ashe. So they got a lot of resentment towards themselves, Ashe, for allowing them to be in this limited belief that they could not stand next to you. They could not uphold what you needed them to uphold. They could not hold you on that string that you needed them to hold you on, right? To lift you up. That string of lifting you up, Ashe, and that's having that string strong enough to not snap, or them not to just say fuck it and let you go and let you fall, Ashe. Yeah, lack of inner joy, right on top of they love you, right on top of they love you, dissatisfied, right? Inner happiness. They missing their inner happiness, right? Because of all this materialism, right? That they kept themselves in. Now they're in deep turmoil. Deep turmoil for keeping secrets from you, right? They want to reach out. They want to reach out. They want to talk to you. They want to love on you. They want to caress you. They want to hold you. They want to get to know you. I say it's several things that this masculine wants right now. Several things that this masculine wants right now. Or these masculines want right now. What else, Spirit? What else? Yeah, this is landing right on, because they were so impulsive, because they were in their lower vibrational energy, because they were in that toxic ass, temptation ass energy, that lustful energy. All this shit got them back into this inner turmoil, right? Now they're in a deep-seated fear that they're gonna lose you. Ashe? They're in a deep 911. 911, right? 911. They want to come up out of this cold. That's why they want to come towards you. Look at this. The Knight of Pentacles. Come on now. They want to grow this shit. They want to recover from the loss of you. And this is landing right on top of their fucking heart is on fire from the loss of you. Their heart is on fire from the loss of you. Ashe, because they move too fucking slow. But this is a slow moving knight, right? This is the slowest moving knight in the motherfucking deck, right? But this is the knight that knows that the slow move is a productive move that is going to be steady and strong and stable and last long. But put a little bit more step in the pep is what Spirit is saying. Share a little bit more emotions is what Spirit is saying. Make it a little bit more clear is what Spirit is saying. And now they got the notion of that and they want to come and do that. They want to come recover what they had with you. They need to come and recover what they had with you. I say. Ooh. Yeah. They want to walk away from this conflict. And this is this is landing right on top of the motherfucker that put them all in the bad credit and all of that. They tired of this shit. They tired of this shit. Competition, debates, and rivalries and conflict, disagree. They tired of all of this lower vibrational strife. They really are. They really are. They really are. And they about to get the cutting shit. This is King, Queen of Swords in reverse. Overly emotional. I don't know which one came out first. We're going to put that here. Wait, is that supposed to be here? Okay. We're putting that right there where bad credit. This goes here. Bad credit. They planning. Yeah, they want to cut this shit out. They want to come up out of this. They manifesting to get up out of this strife, this competition, this, that, and the other. They manifesting a way up out of that shit, right? Yeah. Yeah. And they giving themselves self-love because they disharmony. They in disharmony because of this breakup, this imbalance. And this is landing right on top of intuition, clarity, coming up out of this devil energy. They got to come up out of this devil energy in order to get you back. Because they broke the connection. Being in this devil energy, they broke the connection. So they know that they have to be the ones. They broke the communication, all that. This, I don't know how this came out. But they know they want to start over. This new beginning. They want this new beginning with you. And this is landing right on top of I love you. This is landing right on top of I want to marry you. This is landing right on top of I want to get away from all that lower vibrational energy. Those lustful ass Jezebels. Those witches. Where'd this go? Fuck. Okay. They manifesting that Two of Swords back. They want a new beginning coming up out of this devil-ass energy. Right? They getting a new perspective on all this competition that these people put you in that you didn't even know about. Right? They making decisions. Right? They discovering the truth. Right? And the goals that you had obtained for the both of y'all. The foresight that you had obtained for the both of y'all. They're seeing a different perspective on this shit now. That's why they want to reconciliate and come up out of all this disagreement with you, Ashe. They're having a different look on shit, Ashe. A different look on shit. Yeah. Because they know they lost the opportunity with you. This is the Nine of Cups. Whoa. This is the Nine of Cups. Their wish fulfillment. It was you. And Spirit took their wish fulfillment. That was you from them. Spirit took them. Didn't Spirit say they was moving too slow? Well, there you go. There you go. Look. And they're not stable because of this. They feeling insecure because you're free. You're free. Right? And they're fearing this because you are free. And they know they was living beyond their means. This is why they in debt. Because whoever these low vibrational others, these outsiders, was keeping them living beyond their means in that materialistic world, right? With that lack of faith, right? Because they really don't believe, right? The deception, the deception of it all, the deception of it all. Oh, what else, Spirit? Let's get some. I'm tired. I'm tired of this one. We got 12. We got that's Capricorn. That is the 12th month of the year, the 12th day of the month. That is devil energy. Devil energy. Shit that need to be grounded. I say we got Aquarius, Neptune. What is Capricorn? Capricorn is Saturn, and we also got no, we got Aquarius is Uranus. So always feeling like an ass, knowing that they need to air some shit out when it comes to you. We got Pisces, Neptune, um, mutable. They know that they need to be mutable, but they're in their emotions right now. Ashe. And then we also got yeah. Damn, we got Pisces and Neptune. And Pisces, Neptune rules Pisces. So, yeah, they're very much in their emotions behind you. Ashe, very much. Excuse me. We got 5, 6. They know that they need to balance this shit. Oops, that was a 3. They know that they need to balance this shit. They need to bring, didn't Spirit just say with the Capricorn energy, they need to get balanced? Okay, so I'm going to just leave it there because I'm kind of tired of this. Yeah. I'm sending out loving, healing energy. You see, okay, at the end of, this is going to be gone today, but you see how beautiful it is burning and it's hot like fire. So this motherfucker is on fire because they hot because they ain't with you no more, right? But that is burning beautiful for this energy, and it's going to be done by the end of the day, and it's clear. So that is confirmation that all that needs to be done is going with divine timing, and this masculine, these masculines, or the same union love with female energy, same union love with masculine energy, they need to release and surrender to the universe. So this but we see that that is what's taking place. Ashe. So loving, healing energy to you on this day, in this present moment. Remember, every day of the moment that you receive is a precious moment, is a gift. Ashe. And they're really realizing that every precious moment that they spent with you was a fucking gift. Ashe. And they realize this now. Ashe. And they even giving thanks. That stood out to me. They giving thanks for the blessings of your love. Ashe. Ashe.